Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Before we get into that very intense scene from a very intense movie that's getting a lot of intense buzz, let's talk about your life. How has it been, man? What's it been like? You know?
In what way?
What do you mean in what way? In what way? What do you mean in what way? Daniel Kaluuya does his thing. You know, you blew up in England. You did your thing. A lot of people saw you break out in help it was a Netflix show. Come on, we all love it.
Oh, Black Mirror.
Black Mirror.
Yeah.
Black Mirror. Right, Black Mirror. Loved you in the episode running on the treadmill. We all loved you. And then Get Out came, changed everything.
Yeah.
One of the greatest horror / thriller / everythings we've ever seen. Yeah. And now black people don't go to white people's houses and drink tea anymore.
You shouldn't.
Changed everything.
You shouldn't, man.
Right? And you were nominated for an Oscar. What's it been like since then?
Put it like that. Yeah, it's been weird. Like a lot of selfies. I don't know. It's my life's gone upside down.
Right.
It's gone upside down. I used to get the bus. I used to just chill out and just roll around, and then so it's completely shifted, like what I'm exposed to in X, Y, Z. But it's what's amazing. It hasn't changed the fact that I just do work that I believe in. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like
that's interesting.
That's
So when you say it's flipped upside down, does it mean like you don't catch the bus anymore? Now you drive the bus?
No, I literally was on a bus. I was on a bus one time, yeah, after Get Out came out, yeah, and then they were like, some guy was just like, "What are you doing it?" I got an Oyster card. I'm like going somewhere. I'm going somewhere.
Yeah, but he's like, you're a movie star. What are you doing on a bus?
Yeah, but I was like, how am I supposed to get to Warren Street?
Yeah, but I also don't like the idea of you like being in public transport when you were in a movie like Get Out, because if I would see you somewhere as an average citizen, I would think I'm now in a horror movie. It would scare me.
Yeah.
It would scare me. I think you should just be like rolling around in like Ubers and stuff. Like, you can't just be in public transport. That's not cool.
Yeah, that's what happened. Is like the reaction of people.
Yeah, you freak people out.
Yeah, they freak people out. And I was like, oh, it's the horror.
Exactly.
People scream when they.
But it has been an amazing journey for you. I mean, Get Out, Black Panther. You've been in some of the biggest movies that that we've been watching, and now this film is coming out, Queen and Slim.
Yeah.
And it is such a gripping film. I mean, that scene is what people see in the trailer. It's just the beginning of a journey where you play a character who's going on a Tinder date.
Yes.
That takes a really weird turn. I mean, Tinder dates often go weird.
It's a jungle.
Right,
Tinder is a jungle.
but I mean, this is extreme. Like we saw that. It starts off with a cop who's like, not handling a situation well. Next thing you know, a gun goes off, and then it's basically this new couple on the run, but they're not a couple.
They hate each other. The date didn't go well.
Right, it was a Tinder date.
And that's what's so amazing is like, it just shows the kind of, they have to deal with each other because they have to go on the run and survive.
Right.
And then they throw their phones out. So it's like a metaphor, they throw their options away. Do you know what I'm saying? And they have to kind of like look at each other and see how, and connect because they're having this experience together. Well, if that incident didn't happen, they would just go somewhere else and go elsewhere.
They would have just been like, that was a horrible date, I'm going home and it's over.
Yeah.
So do you think that's what we need to do to get people to stay in relationships? Is have them be part of a really heinous like incident in life?
Yeah,
and then like it brings them extreme.
That's a TV show that's waiting to happen. Probably.
Right? We just get people together. And then we go like the two of you have involved in somebody dying.
Yeah.
And now you are happily married. Then that's it.
That's it.
Yeah. You can't
Have
break up.
kids.
That's a great show. We should have co-executive produced that.
That's what I'm trying to say.
That's a dope show. It does feel like you take on roles that speak to really powerful issues and ideas happening in society. Because Queen and Slim this is the thing to explain to people. It's a really fun movie, in the way that like we love watching movies, like whether you're a fan of like Robert De Niro and in Heat or something, or Thelma and Louise, or any movie with people on the run. But at the same time, it feels like it comments on what's happening today.
Yeah.
Do you pick your movies based on that? Are you looking at a film role going, oh, this speaks to society, or are you just looking for great characters and a great story?
Nah. Yeah, I made a decision a few years ago, and I was like, oh, do I want to be a great singer or do I want to sing great songs? And then I was like, I want to sing great songs. And so then I was like, oh, I have to be in the context. I have to be in they call it the culture now. I have to just be around and then listen to my friends, listen to my people around me, listen to how they feel and what they complain about, and then that's all, I'm taking that in and I'm living it as well. And so then when the script comes, it goes, oh, that will speak to this person and that person. I know how they feel when they're watching that.
That's interesting.
So I'll go to the cinema, I'll go watch Fast and Furious, and I'll go watch an art house film at the same time. I like with my friends and I really listen to how it made them feel. And I want to make them feel good. I want to make my friends feel good. So, and the micro is the macro.
Right.
You know what I'm trying to say? So it's a microcosm of the larger society.
Right, if you're telling it seems like a story about two people, but it's a larger story about what's happening in society.
Yeah.
You know, we feel the humanity, we understand the complex ideas of what we're trying to tackle every day, and we're dealing with it through one incident.
Yeah. And seeing it through our perspective. Do you know what I'm saying? A black perspective, which has a history of being dehumanized.
That's one of the interesting things that I think, you know, your rise in film has also brought out is how similar the stories of the black experience are regardless of where they happen in the world, you know? And for a long time, people have told stories, they didn't even think of it as the white experience, they just said, oh, it's an experience, you know? And then people started realizing, oh, there are different stories to tell, and people are experiencing different things around the world. You know, has it been surprising to you as a black British person coming to America and acting and realizing how many of the themes are similar to what people are experiencing in Britain if they're black, people experiencing in South Africa if they're black, because the stories connect to everybody.
Yeah, because it's similar dynamics. It's not the same, but it's similar dynamics. So, like I grew up on African-American sitcoms. So
Right.
I was watching My Wife and Kids. I was watching Different Strokes. I was watching Sister Sister.
So was I.
Yeah, it reminded me that I looked to the African-American experience to see myself. That wasn't on British television in that way. There was Desmond's and there was, I can't remember the other show, but there was a numerous amount of black shows, a couple, but the majority was from the African-American experience. So, and I saw it from the beginning. I saw there was connective tissue.
Right.
And I think with globalization, and it's funny because Black Mirror is like a metaphor for it, because I did that in 2011, and then it kind of came and went, and then Netflix happened. So then the world became smaller.
Right.
So they would see this show that we shot for 2 weeks outside of London.
Yes.
In a room. They would see it and they would put it in the same way of Breaking Bad. It's side by side.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what's kind of happened is that now it's almost like everyone's closer together. Like it's like London is now a state in itself. There's such a wealth of creativity coming out there. Coming out of there.
Well, it might become a state because of Brexit. I mean, that makes complete sense.
I hope so.
It could become a thing. Before I let you go, the movie is really generating buzz. You know, it's a powerful story. You know, Lena Waithe. You know, and you've got Melina, who's one of the best directors who we've seen transition from.
She's incredible.
You know, from creating amazing stories for Beyonce to now, you know, feature films, right? And Insecure, obviously. If somebody goes and watches this film, what would you tell them to like try and focus on when they're in the movie? Because sometimes people miss ideas or themes in the film because they watch a trailer or they read a review beforehand. But if you go like, hey man, when you go into this movie, I want you to have like this state of mind. What would you want that state of mind to be?
Oh, that's a good question. Oh man. It's a good question. You know, it's like what can you say? I kind of just stay open and try and understand why you don't know their names.
Oh, that's powerful. That's a good one. Now you see when everyone watches the movie, we're gonna be like trying to understand why you don't know their names.
Yeah.
This is amazing, my dude. Thank you so much for coming on the
much.
show.
Thanks for having me.
I'm excited. Queen and Slim will be in theaters November 27th. Daniel Kaluuya, everybody.